Conflicting and confusing health news regarding the sweetener found in thousands of products. Does aspartame cause cancer?
That's the big question today. And the World Health Organization says aspartame is a possible carcinogen, but the FDA says it's safe.
Who do we turn to spell it out in plain terms? Of course, our senior health correspondent, Monica Robbins. This is a big deal because a lot of people are worried here. They're thinking, oh my gosh, I consume this quite a bit.
Yeah, a lot of people do, because aspartame is found in about 5,000 different food and drink items, including that diet pop you might be drinking right now. Possibly is the key word here. It doesn't mean definitely, it doesn't mean probably. The World Health Organization says aspartame is a possible carcinogen, specifically relating to liver cancer, but they added much more research is needed. The WHO did not change the amount of what's considered a safe level. Now, the FDA says aspartame is one of the most studied sweeteners and says 50 milligrams a day, which is about 15 cans of pop for a 132-pound person, is still a safe level. Now, that certainly doesn't mean that's what you should be consuming. We're just talking about the aspartame levels. But bottom line, use common sense.
The WHO guidance, though, is making us realize that we need to be more aware of our sweetener intake. And if we are consuming sweeteners every single day, common sense might tell us to then reduce that, to maybe not every single day and maybe only one serving a day.
Dr. Raffner-Basone is a registered dietitian, and she's researching the impact of sucralose on those with inflammatory bowel disease. Now, in mice, she says the sweetener caused an inflammatory reaction and changed the gut microbiome. She wants to know if that also happens in humans, and she pretty much lumps all artificial sweeteners in the moderation category. Now, the key here is more research, because some studies linked artificial sweeteners to a higher chance of heart disease, high blood pressure, diabetes, and obesity. One reason may be because sweeteners are so much sweeter than actual sugar. It tricks your brain into wanting more. So bottom line, again, moderation is key. If you're drinking a dozen cans of diet pop a day, it's probably time to start cutting back.
Yeah.
Common sense, okay.
That's a lot of pop for one day. But let's say you are someone who perhaps a few years ago, or you made it a habit to drink that much pop a day. You see a report like this and you stop. I mean, is it too late at that point, or are you doing something good for your body?
I don't think, well, first of all, we don't have the long-term research to even answer that question, but I would venture to guess, when people stop smoking cigarettes, they get better. So I would assume that the same could be held here. The other thing that people aren't thinking about, we're just talking about diet pop here. What people forget is that in dark colas, there's also phosphates. Phosphates leach the calcium out of your bones.
Wow.
So if you're drinking, a 10 or 12 diet pops a day, and you're a woman especially, that's something to really consider. And the other thing that tricks your brain is the fact that aspartame is 200 times sweeter than sugar. So if you're giving yourself more sweet things, your brain wants more sweet things. It sets the bar higher, which may lead you to overeat, which is why they think it leads to obesity.
A lot there. And a lot of people talking about this, so thank you.
Yes.
Appreciate you.